And that is my 2 cents on the U.S. women's national soccer team's quest to be paid the same as the men's team. And that, kids, that's a lesson in how you sell your soul for likes. Which is pretty good. Let me tell you, there's nothing more important on this earth than the illusion of popularity. Welcome back to Odd Man Sports. I'm your host, Brandon Perna. I'm also the host of That's Good Sports, so subscribe to both. And a huge thank you to the first 500 people who liked last week's video, which triggered this week's opening gag. Now I'm sure you're asking yourself, how will I top that? What sort of even more provocative and or embarrassing stunt will I dangle for likes this time? Drum roll, please. If this episode gets 1,000 likes, I will host next week's show while sitting on the same pink butt plug as the one thrown on the field during the 2016 Bills-Patriots game. The real joke is on you, because that's actually how I record every episode. It's the only way I can stay awake, and it's the only way I can feel anything. Because I've been dead inside ever since Peyton Manning retired and Tom Brady went on to win 3 more Super Bowls. On today's show, we will talk about Joel Embiid's email, Carson Wentz's number, and which Top Shot moment I actually purchased. Dinks and Dunks. Well, God works in truly mysterious ways, and who knew he'd paid so much attention to NFL personnel news? Well, he does, apparently. And how do I know? Because shortly after the Texans basically put grifter/pastor Jack Easterby in charge, the Lone Star State was hit with a biblical once-in-a-lifetime snowstorm. Don't believe me? It's all there in Exodus chapter 8. The Texans push out a franchise player named Watt, and all of a sudden, the lights in Texas go out. The big guy in the sky couldn't be more clear. He is not a fan of the Texans. And if you're wondering, yes, God is a Chargers fan. And not even he can fix them. Turning to tennis, Naomi Osaka captured her 2nd Australian Open, her 4th major title, followed by one of the great shade-throwing moments of all time.
Firstly, I want to do you like to be called Jenny or Jennifer?
Jenny.
Okay. Firstly, I want to congratulate Jennifer.
Yes. I cannot wait till Osaka beats Serena at Wimbledon, followed by this exchange. Serena, could you give me the name of your stylist? Sure. Here you go, Naomi. Perfect, thank you. Now I know who not to use. Venus. In golf news, Michelle Wee blasted Rudy Giuliani for a story he told on a podcast about playing in a threesome with Wee and the late Rush Limbaugh. Rudy explained that because of Wee's unconventional putting stroke, the 2 men were able to see up her dress. And yes, this story is sexist and demeaning to female athletes, and was probably punctuated with a couple of signature Rudy Giuliani farts. But the real tragedy here is there's now an actual Google entry for Rush Limbaugh plus Rudy Giuliani plus threesome. Now in the NBA, the top 3 candidates for MVP have been locked for weeks now, with LeBron James first, Joel Embiid second, and my favorite, Jokic third. Speaking of Embiid, the Sixers center accidentally posted his email address to his Instagram contact info, and it was blasted across social media. It truly sucks having your personal information made public. As for why Embiid chose the email spermyacht@hotmail.com is anyone's guess. Maybe he's secretly working on a modern adaptation of Moby Dick. In MLB news, Ian Desmond of my hometown Rockies announced on Instagram that he will be opting out of the 2021 season to be with his family. That's right, Ian Desmond, who is scheduled to make $8 million next season, will forego his $8 million salary to be with his wife and kids during a pandemic, which is the same exact thing he did last season, which makes me think Ian Desmond hasn't been spending much time recently with his family because it's a literal fucking nightmare. Now, I've been locked down for the last year with my family, and I'm at my breaking point. And at this point, my only hope for the touch of another human is if next week's 1,000-like rectal plug somehow gets stuck, allowing me to take a trip to the ER. Sorry, Mr. Perna, we here at 911 have told you repeatedly you're no longer allowed to use our services for any butt-related incidents. Anyway, Ian Desmond, who I'm assuming is in his 30s, is taking off a second year in a row to spend time with his family, while Tom Brady, at age 43, refuses to retire. And now he's asking the internet what he should do for the next 5 months without football. Hey, Tom, spend some time with your fucking family. We get it, you like football. Hey, maybe ditch your diet. Try playing one season with the same food intake as Ben Roethlisberger has managed for his entire career. Like a man. You're worth $500 million, and you can't figure out how to spend 5 months of your free time? Do what all rich people do. Buy an island where you can hunt humans for sport. Money talks. Although in this rare case, it didn't. So, money shut up. Here's a thought exercise. What's the single dumbest thing you could spend 50 grand on? A nifty LaMelo alley-oop top shot? Well, more on those in a bit. A 2020 Pete Alonso Bowman rookie card? Both good guesses, but the single dumbest thing you could drop 50 G's on is a jersey number, which seems to be about the going rate in the NFL to get the digits of your choice. Having a favorite number is like having a favorite color or an imaginary friend. It's something you should outgrow around college, like I did. Isn't that right, Timmy? Now I get that certain athletes have brand ties to certain numbers, TB12, CP3, and what should have been 50 to life for O.J. Simpson. And it's nice of their new teammates to hand over those numbers because redesigning a website is a bitch. I do kind of wish, though, that Ocho Cinco would have had to settle for a different number during his stint with the Patriots. I definitely would have bought this jersey. Ocho Cinco, number 86. Which brings us to Carson Wentz, a new member of the Indy Colts. Now, Wentz wore number 11 in college and with the Eagles. Unfortunately for Wentz, his new receiver on the Colts, Michael Pittman Jr., already has the number 11. I see an easy solution. Wentz is due to make $25 million this year. Pittman Jr. is slated for $1 million. So, I smell a deal.
I am number 11. I don't think that there's any deal that is going to be done, and I get to keep 11. So, it was a win for me.
This is not a win for you, Michael Pittman Jr. A win for you is when a really rich person gifts you a large sum of money because you happen to possess a jersey number that they like. 11 is far less than the $50K you probably could have demanded from Wentz, which you could have used to buy 1 Bitcoin, which by the time you retire would probably be worth enough for you to use to buy an NFL team. Not a good one, mind you, but you could own the Bengals in 10 years. Odd man out. As you may have heard, NBA Top Shot is all the rage right now. And rather than resist, I'm blindly going all in. If you don't know what NBA Top Shot is, they're sort of like digital trading cards, but instead of just players, they're highlights and stats, and for some reason, they are worth a shit ton of money. The 6-figure sums for a LeBron James block or a Zion slam are a little rich for my blood, and frankly, those types of highlights are not my style anyways. But after much thinking, I did pick 3 NBA moments to choose between for my first 3 Top Shot purchases. The first, an upbeat one, a 2013 clip of Ricky Rubio trying to motivate teammate Alexei Shved Shved. Alexei Shved. Alexei Shved have some more vowels in his name.
Alexei, change this face. Be happy. Enjoy.
This one cost $6,500, which seems like a steal for what I imagine would lead to a lifetime of happiness. Imagine what I could have been had my dad ever encouraged me like that. Instead, it was just me and Timmy finding our way through the world. The next one, which is a little bit pricier, is this unforgettable moment. May sound like a lot, but I'm confident the value is going to skyrocket when Rogers learns about Top Shot and attempts to buy every one of them in an effort to scrub it from the universe. And while both of those are grade A moments, I really wanted to own something with a little more depth, more nuance, more backstory. And so I ended up going all in on this priceless Carmelo Anthony moment. That's right, for the low price of $108,000, I am now the proud owner of the moment a pissed off Lala Anthony, who at the time had separated from Melo because of cheating allegations, FaceTimed her son with his dad on the night he was due to become the NBA's 18th leading scorer. Look at your son, damn it! Look at your son, damn it! Now, I was nearly outbid by Tom Brady for that clip, who said he needed it to prove to Giselle that that's how all athletes spend time with their family. Now, owning sports moments is clearly becoming a thing. It's the natural evolution from sports card collecting, and these moments are getting commoditized right in front of our eyes. Soon, we will be able to own not just on-court moments, but off-field ones too, like 4th of July with JPP, self-inflicted gunshot wounds, try and collect them all with Aqib Talib and Plaxico Burress, and my personal favorite, Barry Bonds doing steroids. How long before the NFL jumps in and starts hucking drunk Tom Brady clips?
Tom, how often was that? Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP 7 times.
Red Sox JD Martinez already slapped dote on a t-shirt for spring training, which you can also buy on my merch website at www.spermyacht.com. This prioritization of moments over the full experience came to a crescendo on Friday night, shortly after Anthony Edwards caught a body. No, that's Anthony Edwards catching a baby. The Timberwolves rookie basically broke the internet by posterizing Yuta Watanabe of the Raptors in the dunk of the year. But at the time of the dunk, Edwards had 7 points on 3 of 14 shooting, including 0 for 7 from the 3, something NBA writer Nate Duncan pointed out on Twitter. The response to Duncan's tweet was swift and merciless. Nate got ratioed, flamed, booed off the stage. Nobody cared about the full stat line or the game, which the T-Wolves ended up losing. Edwards had provided us with a great moment, and that's all anyone wants nowadays, to live in the moment, and to forget that the NBA is so backwards that not even 2 number 1 overall picks can save you from last place in the West. As for who is right, the Top Shot kids thirsting for shareable moments, or the bottom line boomers who reduce everything to wins and losses, I don't have the answer. I just know that Edwards dunk made me super hard. And at my age, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. All right, that's it for today. Join me next week as I launch my new business, Money Shot, a way to buy and sell your favorite porn clips.